What is up, guys? My name is Regardt and I'm coming to you with another NAG tech review. But this time it's not a tech review. I'm coming to you from ASUS South Africa's head office, and I've got a very special guest on today. Now, they brought me on because he doesn't come out here often, and we get a very cool inside glimpse into what ASUS is about and a little bit about their gaming products. So stay tuned. So like I said, we are at ASUS South Africa and we're coming to you with a very special video and a very special guest. This guy with me, Jackie Shu, thank you very much for joining us. He's the head of global sales at OPBG at ASUS, and he is going to tell us a little bit more about the gaming stuff, and he's the guy that really knows all the ins and outs. So Jackie, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to South Africa. What are you doing in South Africa today?
Okay, we come here to meet our customers to understand more about this market. Every single country has their specialty, so I think we need to understand users' behavior and the need, then provide the best product to them.
So what is your outlook like for South Africa, and how do you see the gaming market here? I mean, I've been looking at some of the products and they are pretty fantastic. Tell us a little bit more about your plans for South Africa.
Okay, gaming market is growing globally according to some research. 2018, the year-on-year growth rate for gaming market is 11% globally, but in Middle East and Africa region, it is much bigger, 20%.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
It's very big. Then, in terms of the country ranking in the entire Africa region, definitely Egypt is the biggest with the most internet population, but the internet penetration rate is only 48%.
Sure.
In South Africa, 35 million people are internet users, and the internet penetration rate is much higher than Egypt, 61%. The overall gaming market revenue in 2018 is 216 million US dollars.
Wow.
So we think this potential is very big.
There's some pretty big numbers, and I mean we've been seeing an upsurge in the gaming esports across the board. So clearly there is big business here.
Yes.
So Jackie, please tell us a little bit more about the ROG range. Now, this is the Republic of Gamers range, aimed at gamers, tweaked for gamers, looks awesome with the RGB for gamers. Tell us a little bit more about the range.
Okay, share with you about the beginning of the ROG brand. 12 years ago, when ASUS realized the gaming market should be increasing year by year, we decided to provide the special product, the unique product, to fit into gamers' demand. At that time, most of people thought, come on, for gamers, they just buy the PC, then install the game title by themselves, and finally play the games. But we thought they need something different. For example, performance-wise, they need better performance, right? Capacity-wise, or even some special features like lighting features. So we decided to create this amazing brand, so-called Republic of Gamers. Then, since that day, we invested more and more resources on developing more wide-range product. Today, we have almost complete product lines from branded laptop PC, desktop PC, motherboard, graphic cards, monitor, router, gaming peripherals, including keyboard and mouse, or even coolers, power supply.
I guess we should
oh my God, too many.
I guess we should ask, what don't you guys do? Now, I've just recently looked at that router, that monster spider-looking thing. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
What has the uptake been like on products like that? Because the routers for a gaming manufacturer is pretty new. It's pretty new, right?
For those gamers, definitely you need to have the smoothest throughput on the internet. Because when you shoot your enemy, right, on the battlefield, you want to see them first, then shoot them even faster. But if your internet has some lag, then you see them right after they see you, then you got killed. That's why our gaming router, number one, provides the fastest throughput. Number two, even on the internet, we have some special design feature to deliver your gaming package fastly with the highest priority through the internet. So we can deliver your gaming package to the game servers faster than the others.
That's a pretty bold statement, and I've had some experience with that. I've also played with some competitors' products, and those networking features just don't work at all. What can you say to that? I mean, what makes ASUS far superior in the networking packet side of things?
You know, every single product ASUS deliver to the market, we want to create some difference definitely. So we never do me too product. I do believe with certain features like the package delivery, the fastest package delivery, or some LED effect, lighting effect, that kind of features always create the best experience. Besides, we also have the most easy installation. So we user install our router at home. They don't need very complete so-called knowledge, right? They just click 1, 2, 3, then you can use.
It's a very easy to use operating system, definitely, and I really enjoyed using it. It was a great product.
Yes.
Great. So there must be something cool in the pipeline that you guys are going to be announcing soon. Can you give me a little bit of a hint as to what that could be?
Yes, recently we just launched some new ROG products, such as power supply, cooler system, and chassis. So we will deliver to South African market very soon.
Fantastic. I look forward to seeing that. So obviously motherboards is a big business for you guys. Can you talk to me a little bit about the numbers and how well it's doing for you?
In these 2 years, we just celebrated the achievement of 500 million pieces of the motherboard sold.
Wow.
Yeah, that is fantastic number in the industry.
That is huge. That is huge.
So that is the biggest number in the world, in this entire industry. Basically, we can deliver not the most sold, but also the greatest features. From time to time, people try to overclock or have the best feature, best performance from their machines, right? But they may not have the complete technology about how to tuning it. ASUS launched the latest feature, so-called AI overclocking.
Yes.
So we utilize the artificial intelligence technology to help user to easily overclock your motherboard, your CPU, your memory. With ASUS latest technology, everybody can be a great overclocker.
And I've used some of that, again, fantastic, and it works really well. Even for me, who's a semi-techie, but I don't want to go into the BIOS to overclock. It makes it very easy. Now, do you guys work with the manufacturers, with the processor manufacturers on those technologies at all? Do you work with them to get the best out of those processors?
Definitely, yes. This is the ecosystem, right? For example, before ASUS released the product to the market, we call it mass production. We do have very complete internal test for the best compatibility and the reliabilities. Why? Because for the motherboard or graphics card or memory or CPU, hard drive, whatever, right? This is the open market. So a lot of people buy component individually, then assemble the PC maybe by themselves or by their friends.
Yeah.
However, when you got some problem in terms of the compatibility, to be honest, nobody can help you because you buy memory by yourself, right? You buy motherboard separately.
Exactly.
Now, ASUS, we always guarantee the best compatibility because we do have more than 1,000 different tests to help user guarantee their best compatibility across all the components.
And should somebody run into a problem with anything, I mean, you guys have support channels for this, obviously. How does that work? I mean, if I run into a problem with my overclocking BIOS on my motherboard, I mean, obviously there's channels for that. Where would somebody go for that?
Normally, from our products, first of all, we guarantee the best compatibility and the reliability. Number two, if any user really have the problem, we do have very outstanding technical support users, so they can easily call our help desk or mail link to our support window, so we can help them through this.
So you've mentioned some new hardware that you're launching, the chassis, coolers. What's next? What's behind that? What can we expect that we haven't seen yet?
I think we need to have some secret weapon always, right? So I cannot disclose too much.
Not even a little bit.
No, but one thing is very important. ASUS, we always are committed to deliver the best product. From time to time, we also invest a lot of resources on communicating with gamers, with users to understand their real demands. I think this is the basic foundation, right? As long as we understand market more, we understand users' demand more, then we can provide the better product to them.
So, I mean, keeping in contact with gamers is very important. Now, the feedback that you've had from the South African audience, I mean, has there been anything that stood out for you? Has there been anything that you found of particular interest? I mean, we were talking about routers earlier. Now, routers obviously those particular routers are only really, they only really work in environments where there's fiber connectivity, for example. Anything that you found out of Africa or South Africa that you thought was a particular interest for gamers?
Normally, we see from this angle, first of all, the living environment, right? People living in flat versus people living in house.
Yeah.
The usage scenario environment is different, right? So we see from here to understand how many routers they may need and how do they set up, right? How can they connect with those routers separately or together? So we see from here to refine our installation, to refine our usage experience. So I think here, house is more than some metropolitan countries or cities. Definitely that could be interesting usage.
So thank you so much for spending your time with us. But I've got one final question. We've been hearing some memory issues on that Z392 board. Can you talk a little bit about it and where we are with that at the moment?
Yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, the compatibility issues in this open industry is severe. That's why ASUS always spent that heavy resource on doing internal compatibility test to ensure the best compatibility ability to the market. In past years, almost every single Intel new platform launched, some medias did memory and motherboard compatibility test across different memory makers and different motherboard makers to see who can provide the best compatibility to users. ASUS always own the best compatibility, right? Normally, our compatibility ratio could be more than 95%, which means if you choose 100 different memory modules from the market, more than 95 or even 96 different brands of the modules can be used very smoothly on ASUS motherboard. But for the others, normally their compatibility ratio is much lower, much lower than ASUS. So recently, we also heard some medias are very interested in doing this testing again on Z390, the latest Intel platform. So we are very excited to see what the result could be, but I believe we will be the best again.
We'll definitely be putting that to the test. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your time in South Africa.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for watching. That was a pretty interesting insight into the operation of ASUS and what the guys are doing up at the top with regards to the gaming hardware. As always, thank you so much for watching, and do like and subscribe to this channel. From Regardt and the NAG team. Until next time, ciao ciao.